Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today the games will be top tier, so I'm envious for you that you will see those games. Don't miss any of them, everyone will be amazing, and one of them, oh boy. So we are playing Robbery deck, because I'm so happy you guys are enjoying this card, and I got so many comments of, keep playing Robbery, keep playing this, and I couldn't be more happy because I love the card. I think it's insanely fun, and even though I didn't want to make Grixis, I think this is extremely nice shell for this, and honestly we were playing against mostly aggro decks, this tier 1 Boros. I think CGB is the person that made the deck, at least I have seen it first there, and yeah, it seems to be extremely popular, and you know what? We have extremely winning record against them, so if you are fed with aggro, I think this might be, the deck for you. Why? Because we have so many sweepers, we have 7 sweepers, and we have March. And March can be doubled with Galvanic Iteration, and so can Robbery, and there's also Chandra for double. Alright, so you can basically you will see against Boros, they burn you for like 4, and you just laugh at it, man. You don't care, you are at 20 something. And you will see it in the game, so you don't need to trust on my word. So we ranked up with this one deck very heavily. And yeah, I couldn't be more happy. It's fun. It seems to be destroying aggro decks most of the time, unless they're on the play with perfect curve and you draw only 5 drops. And yeah, it's extremely fun thanks to Robbery. So man, I'm so happy Grixis is so fun right now. Anyway, let's go into games. And guys, if you aren't subscribed, please consider it. It really helps the channel. It helps me out personally. And liking, sharing goes a long way because YouTube really recommends it more if you like the video. So if you do, of course, only if you do, please consider helping, and I would be extremely appreciative of it. That sounded naturally. Let's go into games. Alright, opponent goes first, but look at our cute removal. And man, I love those surveillance. Oh wow. Man, I didn't play anything against aggro today. This is one of those days. So I actually... No. We need to get rid of the tap lands. Our opponent is really good at magic, with a 1-drop on the play. And here's the Panicorn. It can be a little bit slow sometimes. We are not using the second mode for sure. So let's see if he plays the Warden and wants to tap some cards. Let's see the attacks. Alright then. Is that... Oh, I think it's Resolute Reinforcements, and they could get it to 5-5 if we didn't do anything. That's weird that they didn't play it, to be honest. Not sure what to think about it. Let's surveil. I kinda need more mana, so I'll take it. Like, our hand scales very nicely. Yep, here it is. I'm really surprised that so many people just enjoy playing this kind of stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, for probably like 5 to 10 games, it actually can be interesting. Oh, I should kill something in response, my bad. But, it's kinda interesting, but after playing, 5-10 games, it's just super boring. Like, there's not anything really interesting about it, in my opinion. And, you play for fun. There's no point other than fun here. I think we need to carb the board a little bit, because it's getting scary. I probably, as always, a bit misplayed, the timing of killing creatures, so they got this Night Around of Chaos. I don't know if we could prevent it fully, but definitely there's something we could be doing. Alright, they have the Panicorn. We definitely want to hit big score and get our big threats. We probably need a sweeper as always, right? But we have what, 7 sweepers? So drawing 3 cards after not hitting sweeper for like 1/6 of the deck, the chance of hitting a sweeper is pretty high. Like, we should hit sweeper generally. Sure. This one will be a small problem, but when we kill the board, the damage stays, and then it lowers its stats, and then it dies as well. So after consideration, you know what? I don't love it, but if we hit a sweeper, it's kinda okay. But we need to be good at magic and hit the 1 card we need to win the game. And it's so insane that they get the refills like this. We should hit a land. Let's not get flooded. Here's the sweeper we were talking about. See, we are good at Magic. Even outside of playing 4 cards in a row. That's insane. Yeah, we need this treasure, man. So. Well, not like we have a choice, right? Do I care? The Bannicorn is actually the weakest card. But I think the ordering is good, right? If we can get rid of the Knight of Chaos, let me check. Let's go like this. Alright, it's in the graveyard. Good. And yeah, Knight Errant of Chaos is just what gives them this infinite value. It's a little bit too late. They had one in the hand, by the way. The point is that this is a free card that draws them cards. Like, it really gives them huge advantage. And they're on 3 mana because they don't really need to, like, you know, play lands in their deck. Sure. Okay, so I nearly made the same mistake as always. Oh, but the treasure... You know what? It's worth it. It's worth it. Scrying is a big thing. This can fix their situation a little bit. Very good draw. Very good draw. You know what? We are getting there, slowly but surely. It's insane. I have to say, you know, we try not to complain too much. Alright? I'm really trying. But man, isn't it insane that after all of this, Aggro deck is keeping up with a control deck that played sweeper, killing like 5 or 6 creatures, and we are even in cards, man. I think they were also on the play. I'm not super sure, but I think so. That is pretty insane. We don't want to kill anything. I'm not sure if they even play a like removal. It is possible they cannot remove anything in response, but I'm not going to risk it. If they have something, like even Helix, it might get really rough. This scales very nicely, and we only get one more card, and from the worst deck. So I think it's a little... Right. Well, this was decisive draw. Oh, this will... Okay. This will be interesting, because they have Resolute Enforcements in the hand. And we'll try to exile it. Let's go for 6. The perfect 6. So I'm pretty sure they have one in the hand. So if they answer now, it gets swept. If they don't... Oh, they don't know what that we will name it. Alright. Hi. So his strategy was to play this and go for the recruiters and go for the lethal. But not on my watch. Like, we know exactly what your tricks are. And to be absolutely fair for our aggro player, you can see that we actually have some gameplay in this kind of matchup, so I still prefer it way over the mono red. Because in the end, you get decisions, you get some plays, your opponent also has ordering, strategy, you know. He can also just top deck Demolition and Epicure, but you know, other than this, my turn. We need to be careful. This is our last sweeper, right? They cannot play the backside. That means we go with this. There's no recruiter. It has to be Gleeful Demolition then. And we can just go with the marches and robbery. Man, we are absolutely fighting against those tier 1 aggro decks. Like, we know our stuff. And yeah, Gleeful Demolition. This is the card that if they have good ordering, like, to be absolutely fair, it shouldn't be good, and I should want him to draw it, because he needs 2 cards to make it work. But I just know he will just draw those 2 cards in a row, and I will feel super silly, so I just want to get rid of it. Alright, let's see. So now he is kind of forced to keep playing card for card, and then we can super hit him instantly. It's still not the best for them, alright? It cost them full turn, so I'll take it. And this will be a huge robbery that will give us the cards and the mana for the rest of the game. And this will only hit for... See? First, he would already have Gleeful Demolition. I tell you, man. I tell you, man. It's interesting they went for this and not the recruiter. And those marches need to keep us alive, man. So we need to hit big. So he wants to hit the land. Let's see. If he has priority, it's a land. Yep. Alright. 4-6. And here comes our card advantage. And you know, with so many cards, we will not miss lands. Which is absolute... Oh boy. So I want 2 cards on his on our side. I think they will go with the recruiter if we pass the turn, and then we can hit both for some insane marches. Absolutely insane. We go for 6, 7. So we life gain 12 and we kill 2 creatures. This will be a winning play. I included marches specifically for this kind of matchup because life gain became more important right now. Sure. Cool damage, bro. You want to tap those creatures? Of course you do. That's what you do. And let's go. 3, 6. Man, they're playing like a clock what we want them to. Love it. Love when you have a plan and they exactly fall into their perfect place for you to kill everything. And that's what I wanted them to do. Back to 20. And hi. And you thought that you can play this deck on me? Bro, it's easy. We can also play it. 1, 2. And let's clue doesn't tap, so we can tap it because this needs the tapping. I will take it. With those tokens, it should be a decent draw. Not the best one in the world, but a good enough. We're back to 20 and we are winning on the board with their own deck. If that's not epic, and we have also Galvanic Iteration. So see, we just 1 damage? Sure, bro, sure. You can do it, absolutely. You can see that we can absolutely fight equally against tier 1 decks on that are aggro. Like, we are just crushing them pretty much. You think we don't know how to do the thing? Bro. Oh boy, you are in for some surprise. Let's start the damage, because I can be aggro player better than you, bro. Ha! Alright. The revenge is upon us. Only 4 damage? I expected more. So we are not using anything, because it's too juicy target. And you know what? Let's show our opponent what we think about his deck. 3, 6. I think he enjoys getting hit for 6. So let's keep doing it until he scoops. This is a scoop moment, by the way. As you can see, we can absolutely out-aggro our opponent. So I'm increasing 1 damage at the cost of this. I should tap them. This would get Vigilance and Flying, but I will kill him on the next turn probably anyway. We can use Mirex, we can tap those 2, we miss 1 damage and we get 4, 5 damage, so it's close. Sure, enjoy. Only 4 damage, bro! This is tier 1 aggro? You cannot get me even below 20 this game. We need to smack talk a little bit, alright? It makes the game better. Oh boy, sure. Sure. Oh, I don't have mana. I wanted to kill the other one as well. Let's keep drawing cards and see if we can pump it. Oh boy, like, it's not even close, man. And this great Boros aggro couldn't even get us to 19. That's how weak it is, alright? Our decks just dunks on them. Alright, it was entertainment. Of course, it all depends on the draws, but I think we really dominated them this game. Alright, is there an... well, this is a weird hand. Oh no, I just don't play white, it's fine. When I don't see white mana in my control hand, I feel that something went wrong, but... yeah, it's actually what I play. This is a weird one. I really won't go for the throat on the next turn. I think it's easier to take turn 3 off. And Candle Trail, alright. Alright. I like it. It's interesting that Kindred Trail seems to be getting quite a lot of play lately. So we don't need to go for the throw because it's a control deck. Quicksad is a really good card. If we can get to 5 mana, we can draw 4. But no, Grubber is always better, right? We just use it as a end step play, so we can curve on lands better. Field of Ruin? Oh boy. Please don't draw my basic. I hope they will main phase this. Oh no, double Field of Ruin. Guys, I'm scared. Like, my little basic just waits to be drawn in these 51 cards. Alright, no basic. Alright, and we need some lands, but that's okay. If they go for this play, I big score in response, and that will be a very nice play. We can discard towards the tower. Oh, you think I don't play basics? What a monster. How could he ever think about it? And we punish him, so that's good. I hope this will motivate him to never do it again, because I'm scared that if he does it again, that's huge. Oh, I have 2 basics. Man, I am getting better at Magic. So black mana, because we need so many double blacks, right, for those robberies. And 1 blue should be kinda okay-ish. Alright, we need to get serious about this game, so we probably need to go big score again and try to go from there. Land is perfect, man, best draw of the deck. No joke, this is the best draw of the deck. Now we can play the land. We cannot fall behind. We need to get this mana advantage and overwhelm them, because they're a real control deck. They have stuff, you know? So that means no big score. They will tap at the end step. I don't like missing my lands, man. So if I Memory Deluge, what happens? I mean, I could Galvanic Iteration and big score, but I can also do it in response. Okay, so we will pretend we are discarding Go for the Throat. Haha, gotcha! Tapping against Sloth? Never do it again. We could also Robbery for 6 cards. I think this is better. We also cycle one of the bad cards. Like, we don't need to. This is why I'm playing this kind of, you know, heavy anti-aggro style, because against control decks we can just, you know, get the stuff we want. The Might token does hurt though. 2? Really? Alright, you got your 2 cards. So with all these extra treasures and mana and not missing lands too much, we missed it once only, I think we can make something happen. It will be hard. We need to exile a lot of cards, man. Okay. That was hopefully a quick enough click. So when they go for Mirex or Field of Ruin, we try to strike, right? We need to be careful because we don't want to burn those treasures. So if they tap with Mirex, they have the Azorius counterspell, no more lies. And that means one of the robbers doesn't hit. So we go 4, 9, they're counting mana, they know exactly what we are playing. So 4, 6, 11 mana, we can go for robbery for 9. Or double robbery for 6 twice. Man, this will be harsh. I think we need to be reactive a bit. We have land for the next turn, that's important. There's no point in sweeping one of them unless we want to exile something from the graveyard. And now they need to think about it. They really want those Mirexes, but they know bad things might happen, but to be fair, they have the counter spell. Alright. You know what? This is actually good, I think. I'll just make sure that I have a stop. They have Dissipate mana. I wonder if they play it. I'm really happy that we are showing that we have basics, because we don't have more. And I need him to never do it again. I could get rid of the Field of Ruins, to be fair. Alright, you want your Mirex? Of course you do. Of course you do. The weakness in our opponent shows. Alright, so we can go for this one. Why is it tapping only 2 mana? It's 3 mana, right? 1, 2, whatever. So 3 mana, and then we have 8. Well, you know what? We have to go for it. Why is it 2 mana, bro? Oh, I had 1 in the pool. That was my great idea. I kinda forgot. You know what? Let's resolve this one, because I nearly didn't do it. And now we go for 2, 7. And I hope that this will motivate our opponent to do something interesting, you know? 7. You like robberies? Man, this channel has got your back. We don't need this stop anyway anymore. This channel has your back if you are, you know, if you desire some extra extra robberies. The mites will be a problem, but we're only at 3, so we have time. We also have Field of Ruins now. I don't have basics. And then he knows that I don't have basics. This will be a really bad play if we go this road. Alright, we need to be smart. If I play Mirex, he will Field of Ruin it. I need to play a normal land, I think. Or maybe Xander. So man, this is hard. Like, I don't have enough mana for what I want to do. So we should start with the Populate, I think. And see what the reaction is. Okay, that gives us a little bit more time. We need to ramp, man. Like, it's not looking perfect right now. And Field of Ruin might be needed, but first we need to set up our mana. Right now we don't have it. Alright, Celestus went through. That's important. Daytime. Alright. I'll take it. Unfortunately, life doesn't matter, which is not perfect. Scry matters a little bit. We don't need Celestus. Do we want Deadly Cover-Up? By the way, I can play any of those cards, and it goes to his graveyard, and then I can exile it. But we have already Deadly Cover. It's not a bad card, man. But their win con is something. Well, you know what? I'll take it. I might really regret it. I'll be honest. This might be a huge mistake, but I'm going for it. Yeah, I kinda regret it already. I thought that it will give us more time because we can sweep like every second turn, so we slow the poison. But man. So when I kill Mirex, I'm losing 2 lands basically. Let's draw a card. We need more. No launch, we don't need it anymore. Okay, this is nice. This is something. I might keep playing untapped lands. We don't need tapped ones. This is white mana, so we need to be careful about it. And if I go for Deadly Cover-Up, we can still march. So what is the card that we want to get rid of? Field of Ruins doesn't really work, it's too late. Not Robbery. I think we don't mind them drawing cards. So maybe we just keep playing Get Lost. That means... Well, if we draw cards, that's also bad. We need this instant speed. Okay, man, this is harsh. I don't have plays that I really like. And this is really slow. You know what? I think we need to cycle deeper into the deck. And by discarding, we can clear the board for a pretty cheap cost. So I think it's okay. What do we discard? Quick Study because we have Memory Deluge and probably a Skryla. Well, if we want Tapland, we don't want Xander's Launch right now. So this sweeps the board while drawing cards, so it's very efficient on mana. Yeah, I kinda like this play. I think it was a pretty decent one. Like, I have a lot of cards, I don't need to cycle Celestus, and the life gain doesn't matter. Yep, here we go again. I might just keep Get Losting them, so they draw more cards, and they're closer to dying due to Robbery. It buys us a lot of time. But first we can go for this. I want to keep them on low lands as long as possible. And it's also pretty cheap. We don't need the life gain. And against Planeswalkers it's still better, right? If they play something. My turn. Alright. We have a counter spell, don't forget. If they resolve something, that's fine, because they tap. We are getting to a stage slowly but surely when we can kill Mirex and lose all those lands. Smite, sure. Man, losing 2 lands will hurt so much. And as you can see, he's not going for it right now. Oh boy, I really need those lands. If I play this, he does it. Alright guys, there is no easy way to do it. It just hurts like crazy. At least I can keep making, you know, creatures every turn. Sorry. My mind was in the gameplay. That's why I sometimes don't really comment when I have a hard game, because I can feel it in the gameplay that I'm making way more mistakes when I talk. All right, and then you can make a comment. Hung for comments. Well, now he knows. The point was that we, thanks to all of his extra cards, we always can play a land every single turn. So over the long time, sometimes he will miss a land, we will never miss a land. So in like 12 turns, we probably will have 2-3 more lands than he does. So, you know, it's all in those small details. If you won't be so good at Magic, like for real. Our opponent, don't forget, it still takes 1 card from his library as well, so it's not the worst. And we don't have a way to use our cards. Go for the Throat seems absolutely useless, doesn't it? You know what? I think we're in decent spot. With this Disruption Protocol, we have play that he never expects. Bruh, you like drawing cards? Unfortunately, he will draw land thanks to this. But he needs to tap at sorcerer speed, and he needs to draw cards. Sure. I think we are winning this game, to be honest. So we can go Mirex. I will Devious, sorry, Devious. I will, when I see cover up, it's always Devious, man. But the deadly cover up will just get rid of Mirexes for this game, and it will be huge. Okay. We don't mind it at all. Like, it makes zero difference in this situation, because our place will exactly counter it. Just by the way, I have enough cards in my hand. So let's kill the Emperor. And guess what? We are deadly covering up anyway. He has 2 open mana. That's something we need to think about. Not too long, but we need to think about it a little bit. And we can keep drawing cards. Man, this is something I love about the robbery decks. Normally at this stage I'm already scared of drawing my own cards, because I know it might cost me the game. Here, you just don't care, man, at all. I want maximum mana every turn, so I'm not even considering Surveil. I have options in my hand, don't you worry. Okay, we are winning this game, guys. We need to be careful about this Mirex. But let's make sure that there are no Mirexes. I could go for huge robbery, but I don't have Galvanic Iteration. Alright. So, we definitely don't need the removal. I mean, let's go for triple, go for the Throats. Doesn't matter, but, you know, good habit to have. So we sweep the board that he was so happy to make. So as you can see, the Emperor doesn't matter, and now he has 4 map tokens. He can draw those cards. I really want to see his hand and his deck. This is extremely important right now, and I'm a little bit scared that it will be too late when I see it. And I can cast it again. So, I think it will be Mirex. The second one is the Emperor. You ain't poisoning me. See? I told you. Full hand of sweepers, that's good to see. And this was their real win con. One we have stolen, so we are good at Magic. No Jace. Alright, that's perfect. No Jace, man. Double Dissipate, though. We stole the only Disruption Protocol he's playing. That's fun. Alright, just make sure that everything is exiled. Good. This is so important. Right now, this stopped to matter entirely. It's amazing. We can cast another, but then they counter it, so we probably don't want to. So we keep our counter spell in case they draw something really good. I think we're in a really decent spot, man. It's so fun when you can just play a, you know, anti-aggro deck in a way, but you can still hit control. And even though I'm a control player, I don't mind it at all, because I think it makes the game more interesting. It's less of a, oh, do I hit the right cards for the matchup and then I win? It's more about every card kinda is relevant to the matchup if you know what you are doing. And we know what we are doing pretty good. Alright. Do I want to cycle? Sure. I don't need to be scared of my cards. That's so cool. One Field of Ruin. So they will keep absolutely, you know, bullying us on the basic land front, but we should be okay here. I don't really want Mire. It's not the plan. Like, it's not how we win the game. So do we want a normal land? Is there anything I want to exile? Field of Ruin it's the last one, so we don't need to. It's Aether Emperor or nothing. And I think we just play the Surveillant to keep our hand. We played this one because we want to keep our hand below 7. I mean, yes, please. I need those, you know, Galvanic Iterations. Where are they? I'm playing a lot of them, man. And I only drew 1. I think we played 3, right? We need to keep this Disruption Protocol. They don't expect a counter spell probably, and this is how we can win the game. They didn't go for Field of Ruin, even though we kept on top. That's weird. I really want to draw it, so I'm not casting anything, just based on this. I want the card on top. This will be the turn when they play something, probably. And we kinda force the Field of Ruin, I guess. Maybe they don't want to draw from their library. So we cast 1 Robbery. And yeah. Do I have more cards? I have 8 cards, man. How do I keep drawing those cards? I have 0 idea, man. And we actually want this, because so basically, look what... Oh no, I'm not getting a card. I kind of forgot. I kinda forgot. If I had basic, this would ramp me for extra exile. So we don't know about 1 card. It could be Dissipate. But one way or the other, we are keeping 3 mana. So that means we pay this, and what do we go for? So 2, 3, 6, 7. And we say, do your worst, because you don't have much time. Let's make sure we tap correctly, alright. They cannot kill Celestus at instant speed. Sometimes if there will be some weird situation, they can sometimes kill this, and then your mana doesn't work anymore. Sure. We were prepared for it, and now we exile your cards. Is that really one of the counter spells? Alright, well, he is good at magic. What can I say? That's some high quality drawing skills. Alright. 1 card. The one that really mattered, but it's... I wanted to say, as long as he doesn't hit Memory Deluge, it's fine, because he will just whiff on the next one. Man, when you top deck like this, you can actually keep playing game even after you lost. So he was on the ropes, and this was the last drone that mattered. And now he is back in the game fully, with this single draw. However, we will punish him for, you know, those crazy drawing skills. No? Well, wait. Maybe we can just endure it. If he flashbacks this, we cancel. I don't care. You know what? It's good normally, but I think we can play around it. And look at this. We used all of those extra cards from the early game or mid game, and you can see the difference. I can absolutely discard Torch the Tower. We don't need it. The Disruption Protocol is huge, man. This will be probably our win con very easily. Alright, I guess we are using Torch the Tower then. Let's give them the chance for a Samurai. Perfect. Thank you for your cooperation. Now I don't need to discard it. Man, we are absolutely destroying them.
Protect the people.
Like, I don't think he has a lot of chances for this game. Moment he does anything and he taps, we punish him so heavily, he's losing. We got rid of his whole poison plan. Thanks to Deadly Cover-Up, the whole strategy that he went for was absolutely disabled for the full game. And now this doesn't matter at all, it's like 0. Man, I love it. I love it so much. 1 card. For 7. Alright, I think we go for it. 3, 7, 8. I heard you like us drawing your cards. Even if they cast in response, it's great because then I can draw a Galvanic Iteration, which is high chance on the next to be in the next draw, and then I can double Robbery and kill him on the next turn because he's fully tapped. Also, like, yeah, like, it doesn't work. See, we didn't even need to show the second one. I told you guys, we absolutely crushed it, and we are nearly at Mythic by just having fun with the robbery. I love the card, and man, this play's so fun. Alright, we're going first, and oh boy, it's a hand. Well, I think we should be absolutely fine here, but we'll see, we'll see. Against control we have quite a lot of tools, like Deadly Cover-Up and Ill-Timed Explosion, and of course Chandra. All kinda matter, even March is okay, because sometimes you can hit Planeswalker. And here comes the same deck. You know, like we try to be absolutely fair, guys. I think this Boros thing is a little bit more interesting than Mono Red. At least they actually have decisions during the game. They can tap, like, you know, it's not nothing. So I think we go with, so if we kill it, isn't it better? So I think this is Resort Reinforcements. Let's go for it. I know it's a very small march, but we trade card for card, kinda. The blood token is still there, but we mitigate probably like 3 or 4 damage, so they will cast at the end step. We say go, they play our spells. We fake the priority, because that might affect their play on the next turn. I need to click it fast, because I don't want to show that it's a weird priority. You know, not the big deal, but sometimes it matters, and sometimes it might win you the game. As you can see, the pressure is there, and this is definitely something we do not like. Well, enjoy. Alright, we need a land for the next turn, probably untapped one. We can discard anything. I would love to leave quick study, but there's so much pressure, so I think we just go with it. To be honest, I'm feeling okay. It's not perfect that they have this but you can see that they're running out of cards extremely quickly. And soon, because of the march, we are not in lethal range anytime soon. And that's pretty good. So I could deadly think. So I can take 2 damage. I think Quick Study is kinda worth it, especially that Chandra on the next turn can -1 and kill both, so we have really good upside. And he will cycle his hand, provide threats for the next turn, and then he plays them, and then we sweep like for twice or thrice the value. Unfortunately, it is the card. Alright. I wanted to exile it, but there's nothing in the graveyard. Alright, that will be a lot of damage. So as you have seen, this already deals so much. Let's... You know what? Let's play this. I don't think it matters a lot. Alright, I think we'll still use it to mitigate 2 damage. I think honestly it's worth it. Even though we kill this board, we need to really be careful about every single damage we take. See, if the Epicure was there, that would be so much extra damage. Alright, let's kill this one. I don't know what, but we will Will we? Yeah, they're probably Gleeful Demolition, I think. Let's get rid of the quick study. There are a lot of cards that we don't like right now. Evangelist is pretty brutal. For Demolition they need the combo. I don't like any of them. Those are sorcery speed. You know what? Let's go with this, because I don't like having... they have it in the hand, but they don't have the artifact. Like, this is such an annoying card, because you never know when they have the board and when they do not. And at sorcerer speed we can always answer with... Instantly! He instantly drew a card that gave him the artifact. On the same freaking turn. Well, so good at Magic, man. Alright. Now you see why I didn't want to take any extra damage. But oh boy, can you stop drawing for a little while? Well, that was a little bit irritating, not gonna lie. But we are still in this. We are sweeping the board for the third freaking time. You know what? Like, I don't believe that he won't draw everything he wants. Let's just make sure that the draw is normal. Case of the Gateway Express. Target creature deals damage. Yeah, pump, pump, pump. Oh, look at this candy. Song of Totem Dance, which spells basically kill your opponent at haste speed. Alright, scary. That means we kinda need to get rid of their stuff. Very good. Be a decent person. Okay. Okay. Well.
This war ends today.
Well, well, well. Let's gain some green and blue mana because we like Simic. And one draw. Warden, acceptable. Of course it's a strong card, but it's a normal draw. It's not insane draw. It's just normal draw. And oh boy, we have some normal draws for you. Let's go for Is It Mana. Do you feel the fun that is going to commence in a second? Alright, so 2, 3. So we will get 9 cards. We can also go through 2, 3, and 5 for 15 cards. But then we cannot remove stuff, and I don't think it's a good decision. With Chandra, we should be fine. The tap is okay? Yep. Then we have Go for the Throat, which gets doubled when he plays a creature. And let's name out. You like robberies, huh? Here you go. We exiled one of the calls, which is good. Second calls, which is good. And we have some lands for the turn. Thank you. I appreciate it. And that gives us a blocker, right? That's pretty cool. So I think we need to use his win con to win this game, because it will be a bit faster than milling him. He has still 29 cards, so we need like 2-3 turns and a robbery. If he has another creature, we can find something. That shouldn't be a problem. We double target it. We target it so hard that it kinda will die twice. So much better than dying once. Alright, I tell you, man, the highest quality, always. Let's play a land, and you know what? I think, guys, this is the time. We go black, and I mean whatever mana. Now we do it twice. We get the copy. You like robberies. Alright, this channel has got your back. You will see as many robberies as you want. And all of this against the new star of the format, right? Boros Aggro. And look how we are milling them like crazy. Alright guys, let's talk about the deck, but let's do it shortly. You have seen a robbery, but man, I have to say that Grixis, every time I expect that, you know, it will be a bit clunky, but so far it's always going so smooth. I'm not sure why. I think the combination of Deadly Cover-Up and Ill-Timed Explosion, two sweepers that both have 2 modes, and every mode is just relevant in some matchup, just makes huge difference. By going Grixis, you also enable Galvanic Iteration, copying the robbery, and the March is actually really synergistic because this is the same game plan. They both use the treasures, they both like Celestus, they both like Chandra mana, And when you could get, double them, you get so much value. Sometimes having extra 5 life is all that matters. It's not even about the cards. So when you burn those treasures on big score just to get extra march, basically, man, 2 treasures means that you fully double the cards. So instead of going X, you get twice X. And imagine, this was twice X, this would be a broken card. So, man, I have to say, Grixis keeps surprising me with how smooth the gameplay goes, and I really liked it. It's one of the decks that I just like playing it. It's so fun, man. And the fact that all of those cards hits against control decks as well. Maybe not all of those, but iteration that, man, this card is insane. If you aren't very long in Magic, you don't remember Epiphany. But man, I remember. And this doubling it was insane. And then the flashback, and they still get another stuff. And this card is extremely packed with value. We don't see it too much, but it's still there. And I think in this kind of deck, you can absolutely see how powerful it can be. Normally, you use the Scope effect and you get 1 trigger of insane value. Here, you just overpay 1 mana, which means on the following turn, you play the land and you get exactly the same play again. That's insane, man. And this is why the deck has so much value that is so hidden. And when you get, 10 extra cards, I mean, you probably are fine. And one of the cool things about the robbery that isn't like obvious when you look at the card, you always get on average the cards that match your opponent cards, because they are both from the same deck. So if you draw 10 cards, they should on average win or be equal to our opponent's 10 cards. And whatever deck he is playing, it's always kinda the rule. So I think this is a hidden power of the card. It basically keeps negating card by card whatever you are playing. Normally cards sometimes goes better trade or trades worse depending on the matchup, on the situation. Here you generally just imagine you just remove your opponent's cards from the hand. It kind of does the same thing. And against aggro decks, when you have 1 turn to just keep playing all the creatures you exiled, you can create a huge insane board. And if you know how to play your opponent's deck, I think this really benefits good players, because you actually play our different synergies from your opponent's deck. With 1-2 cards like Siphon Insight, you generally don't hit those. When you exile 8-10 cards, you can just keep playing a mini deck. It's like a mini game within the game. I think this is why the deck and the robbery itself is so fun. You kinda play 2 decks at the same time. And I think there was a card like this on the tournament scene, right? It's like the Scheherazade Tales, something like this. I think it was a card that was banned because it created minigame that kept creating minigames, and the tournaments were a nightmare. That's what I heard from some YouTube video. I might be wrong. Someone of you probably knows better because I didn't play them. Anyway, that was way too much information. I said it will be short, but man, I'm not very good at it. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Really thank you for sticking with the channel, for just supporting every single day. You are a true hero of this channel, even more than robbery, alright? And that tells something. And I hope your hunger for the day of robbery is satisfied. Maybe tomorrow we'll have a new one. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for all the support. You are really amazing, and I couldn't be more happier to have you on the channel. And with that being said, see you tomorrow.